Assalamu alaikum lovelies, welcome again to my channel. I'm Isabella of Al-Hilaal Fashion, and in today's video you'll be learning how to make this beautiful Canadian smoke sleeve design. So if this is something you are interested in, then stay back and watch the video till the end. Now let's get started. To make this sleeve design, make sure you've gotten your sleeve ready and you have added extra 10 inches to your original sleeve length. Make sure you add extra 10 inches to your original sleeve length. So after that, you are going to make a crease on the mid point of the sleeve. So you use your iron to carefully make a crease on the middle of the sleeve. After that, this is what we will have. So the crease line will be the reference point for everything we'll be doing. So I'll make sure that it is on the negative part we'll be marking anything we want to mark, on the negative part of the sleeve, not on the positive part. So I'll use my grading ruler to measure 1.5 inches from that crease line to the right and 1.5 inches to the left. So after doing that, this is what I have. Now we have two rows. We have two rows on this sleeve now. We have one row from the center line, from the crease line to the left, and we have another row from the crease line to the right. Now on the edge of the sleeve, which is the wrist side of the sleeve, I will measure 1 inch. 1 inch. This 1 inch will serve as the casing for my elastic. And from that point, I'll start measuring 1.5 inches. I'll measure 1.5 inches wide column until I get to the other side of the sleeve. Once I get to the upper part of the sleeve, I'll make sure I leave an allowance that will be enough for me to join the sleeve to my dress. So after that, I'll spread my sleeve this way. Now you can see that we have two boxes on each row till the end. So what I'm going to do now is that on the first box on the left, I will draw a diagonal line, making sure that the diagonal line touches the crease that we have on the middle of the sleeve. Then I'll skip a box and draw a diagonal line on the next box. So I'll repeat this same process till I get to the wrist part of the sleeve. Once I'm done with the left part, I'll go now to the right part and do something opposite to what I did to the left part, which means that the diagonal line I'll be drawing on the right part will be from the right. You know, the diagonal line on the left side is from the left, so the diagonal line on the right side will be from the right, and I'll be drawing this diagonal line on the box that I skipped for the left side. So it means that instead of me drawing the diagonal line on the first box, I will skip it because you know the diagonal line on the left is on that box. So I'll be drawing the diagonal line on the right on the box that I skipped for the left diagonal line. So I'll repeat this same process until I get to the wrist part of the sleeve also. After doing that, this is what we will have. So the next step now is to start sewing. I think this is the most stressful part of the sleeve. So to start sewing, I'll pass my thread into my needle this way, making sure that the thread is a matching color with the sleeve. So we'll now pick, just watch as I do it. We are going to pick the edge of each diagonal line. So for the left diagonal line, I'll pick the edge on the down part this way with my needle, and also pick the edge of that same line on the upper part this way. Then I'll carefully and neatly stitch that two spots together So I'll make sure I stitch it tightly because I wouldn't want the stitch to show on the positive side of the sleeve. So you stitch it tightly about 3 to 4 times, then you knot it and you cut off the thread. After cutting off the thread, you knot the thread again, the edge of the thread again, and repeat the same process for the right side of the diagonal line. So we pick the upper part of the line and also pick the lower part of the line and join these 2 points together tightly. So we'll be repeating the same process for all the diagonal lines, both the ones on the left and the ones on the right hand side of the sleeve. So after stitching about half of the diagonal lines, this is what I have. You can see it is forming and looking beautiful. So I'll continue the process to the other lines now till I get to the wrist part of the sleeve. And finally, after the stitches, I'm doing the last stitch on the sleeve. So I'll just knot it, carefully knot it, cut off the thread, and let's see how it looks like. Mashallah. So this is what the sleeve looked like after stitching all the diagonal lines. It's beautiful, right? So the next thing I'll be doing now is just to lay the sleeve properly this way and follow the drape on the sleeve. Then I stitch all the drapes down. So after stitching down the drapes, this is what I have. You can see it is now forming better than what we have previously. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to fix my elastic to the down part of the sleeve, to the wrist part of the sleeve. After fixing the elastic, this is what I have. If you want to know how to easily and neatly fix a tiny single elastic to your sleeves, you can check this video I made on that. It's presently on my YouTube channel and I'll drop the link inshallah in the comment section. So the next thing is just to fix my sleeve to my dress and let's see how the final result is. After adding it to my dress, this is what I have. Mashallah, it's beautiful, right? If you find this video beneficial, kindly like this video, subscribe to my channel if you've not, and share the video with your loved ones too. See you in my next video inshallah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.